Hello, everybody. I just got done making my police album review, but today I'm gonna be. I haven't thought about doing this for a while, but now that I've been knowing how to do these streams, um, I'm gonna be doing the Beach Boys, and this is gonna be fun because they have a crazy amount of albums, and yeah, let's get started. This time I'm not gonna be doing like a ranking video. I'm just gonna be doing like a tier list, and I'm just gonna be putting them there, and of course I'll be going over what the ranks even mean. F tier, of course, it's like bad. You never want to listen to it. This is like basically me being like, this album sucks. Never listen to it. D tier is it's not good, but there are a few tracks that are good enough for me to be like, yeah, you could listen to it, but like stay away from these tracks. C tier, it's like below average. Like it's basically it's like it's good, but it's not the best. Like it's like a mediocre album. B tier, it's just slightly above average. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's not like it's not mediocre, but it's not like on par with the an A tier. It's just like slightly below it. A tier, it's like really great, great listening, but it's just doesn't go above and beyond. S tier, you know, above and beyond. It's amazing. Practically no good, practically no bad songs on the album. Just a great listen overall. Now that I went over that, I'm gonna get started, and I'm gonna be going chronologically, but of course. First album that they released, Surf and Safari. Yeah, this is gonna be a C tier. Uh, I really like this debut album, but you know, there are a lot of covers on it. Not a lot, but like there are covers on it. Uh, Surf and Safari is a great opener. 409 is a really great closer. Surfin's a really great opener for side two. Um, Cuckoo Clock, I really enjoy. Little Girl, You're My Miss America, I like. Um, Rather than that, there aren't that many great songs on this. 10 Little Indians, I'm not crazy about. Country Fair, take it or leave it. Chug-a-lug, it's all right. Had You Win, Tails I Lose. Yeah, I don't really like that song. Summertime Blues, in my opinion, I think the Who does it a lot better than the Beach Boys. Cuckoo Clock, I already said I liked. Moondog, it's all right. The Shift, it's just another all right track. There are good songs on here, so that's what brings it up from a D tier. But it just I don't know, it's just not up to par compared to the rest of the records. Their second album, Surfing USA, I'm also gonna put it at D tier. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna put it at C tier. Yeah, this album opens up great with Surfing USA. I really enjoy that track. Farmer's Daughter, it's all right. The next few tracks are instrumentals. First being Miserlou. I like that instrumental. It's a great instrumental, but compared to their other great instrumentals, this one's just all right, and the original is just a lot better than that one. Uh, Stoked, I enjoy that one. It's a nice, easy listening experience. The thing is that there's a lot of instrumentals on this album, and that's my only gripe with this album because if there wasn't as so many instrumentals, I put it at B tier because of the next track on the album, Lonely Sea. I really enjoy that track. Really nice, really underrated song by him. And then the next track, what's the name? Can't think of that track right now. Shutdown. My only problem is that some of the tracks are not. I don't like those tracks some of the times, and the tracks that, and then there are a lot of instrumentals. So that's my only problem. Um, Yes, I do like Noble Surfing. It's a decent track. Um, what else am I thinking? Surf Jam and Let's Go Trippin' are all right. Same with Honky Tonk. Like those are just like all right instrumentals. Lana, can't stand that song. It's really annoying to listen to. Finders Keepers, same with that song. Like side two, side two overall is what ruins this album. Like if I was going by just side one alone, I give it like a strong B tier. But if I'm going by like the whole album, if I'm going by the whole album, I'm gonna put it at a low C tier. If not, I'm just gonna put it at a D tier. Just because of side two. Okay, Surfer Girl. This is gonna go up to an A tier actually. Big improvement from the last record they made. A lot better than the last record. As Surfer Girl, I love that track. Definitely one of their best tracks they made in their early days. Uh, Take a surf, catch a wave is really great. Surfer Moon or whatever. Gotta. I'm not really a big Beach Boy fan, so I'm gonna have to. I always have to look at the track listing. The Surfer Moon I really enjoy. Uh, South Bay Surfers I love. Really underrated track by them. A lot of people consider it just a throwaway song. The Rocking Surfer I really enjoy. Um, Lil Deuce Coupe, one of their more recognizable tracks. In My Room, really enjoy it. Hawaii, I like. Uh, Surfers Rule, uh, I love that track. Our Car Club, really good. Your Summer Dream is really good, and the closing track isn't the best. It's kind of like when the Beatles did yesterday, and then ended off with Dizzy Miss Lizzie. It's kind of like what they did here. Your Summer Dream's like a really nice, calm, relaxing song, and then that song comes on, and yeah, I like it though, but it's kind of like that. Their fourth album, uh, aptly named Little Deuce Coupe. Um, I'm also going to put it at an A tier. Um, just slight to me, it's just slightly better than Surfer Girl. Yes, I do know there are redo tracks. I'll name them right now. 409. Of course, the title track was a reused track. Shutdown was reused. Our Car Club was reused. So like 4 out of the 12 tracks were reused, but that's to be expected. This is the one of the very first few concept albums. One thing I will say is don't expect like a Sergeant Pepper's or a Village Green Preservation Society or an Audience Nut Gone Flake on this one. It's just them singing about cars. That's the concept. I enjoyed that they were trying to go for a concept album, and they did pretty good. But I'm just saying, like, if you're watching the replay or watching now, and you see that I say that, and you listen to it, and you're like, I thought you said it was a concept album. Like, technically is, but it's not like like one of those advanced, uh, you know, concept albums. Uh, okay, let's get to the tracks. Little Deuce Coupe is the one of the tracks. Of course, a really great opener. That to me works better as an opener than a side closer, in my opinion. Ballad of Old Betsy, I like a lot. There's a lyric I'm not too crazy about. She takes there is a lyric towards the end of the track. Let me look it up. Yes, I don't want to completely screw up the lyrics. I think it was like something about her taking beatings and never once complained. Like to me, those lyrics are really not the best of lyrics, honestly. You know, especially if you want to be like a fun loving surf band, but yeah. That's a good way. It's a good track, but it's just not the like. Well, let's let's just say this that like some of the lyrics on this album, like some of the lyrics on this song haven't really aged that well. Okay, let's yeah. I spent too much time talking about that one song. Betray Your School, really good track. Car Crazy Cutie, one of the few tracks that have Brian Wilson sing a fast song. Very unusual. Mostly he sings the ballads. I like that. I wish he would have did that more often, honestly. Cherry Cherry Coupe, I really enjoy. 409, like I said like I said when I was looking at Surfing Safari, I really enjoy that track. Next track was from Surfing USA, Shut Down. Really enjoy that track. Spirit of America, really underrated track. Our Car Club, again, I really enjoy it from a Surfer Girl album. Uh, No Go Showboat, I love. A Young Man Is Gone, and Custom Machine. Great closing track. Really underrated. Uh, okay. Um, Now for their fifth album. Uh, this is gonna be to me their first S tier. Shutdown Volume 2. Yeah, I really enjoy this track. Definitely. Uh, I could definitely see why a lot of people aren't too crazy about this song. About this album. There are a little bit of hiccups, I will say, but the best tracks on this album are make it worthy of an S here. Fun. Great opener. Don't worry, baby. I love. In the parking lot, I really enjoy. Uh, Cassius Love versus Sony Wilson, I believe is the name of it. Uh, yeah, I do agree. It's a bit of a throwaway, Uh, just them talking and all that, but you know, it. Sometimes I do listen to it, and it's pretty funny. It does get old really quickly, and you just end up skipping it afterwards. But definitely different from the times. Like didn't see a Beatle album ever do that, and I thought that was unique. The Warmth of the Sun, really great. Really enjoy that track. This Car's Mine, I love that track. Easily, easily one of the best tracks on the album. Um, what else? Why Do Fools Fall in Love opens up side two. Really enjoy that track. Pom Pom Playgirl, I love that track. Keep an Eye on the Summer, I really enjoy. Shut Down Volume 2 is a great instrumental. Louie Louie is a really great cover. They basically made it their own, and I enjoy it. Then Denny Drums. Yes, I do agree. Again, I could see why. I can see why a lot of people call it a throwaway because it's just Danny drumming, but it's very to me it's unique for the times because not many bands are doing that. Excuse me, where they were just playing the drums as a track. But yeah, that's my opinion. Uh, Next album, All Summer Long. I might I might get a dislike on this for saying that, but this is an A tier only. It's a strong A tier. I will say that. Um, I Get Around is a really great track. Um, All Summer Long, I love. Definitely a really great song. Um, great. Definitely just a really great track. Uh, Hushabye, really good. Little Honda, I really enjoy. Will Run Away, I love. Carl's Big Chance, I could take her to leave it. That kind of ruined side one. Wendy, I really enjoy. Definitely a great track. Uh, Do You Remember? I enjoy. Just basically them citing out great bands at the time, and I really enjoy that. Girls on the Beach, it's good. Um, definitely, definitely, they were trying to do something on that track, but I feel like I feel like Brian Wilson was trying too hard on this track and kind of ruins it for me. Drive-In, I really enjoy. A very fun-loving track. Uh, our favorite recording sessions. Unlike the last one, Cash's Son versus something Wilson. I feel like I feel like this one. It's like I feel like at this point they were like, okay, we you got that one song in with the Shutdown Volume 2. How about completing an album for once? Actually, now we're getting ridiculous. Once okay, twice you're pushing it. Uh, don't back down. Really enjoy it. Also, our favorite recording sessions is nowhere near as good as the first one. It's good, but it's not great. Plus, it gets not like that, but it's old as soon as you listen to it. First one you listen to, you're like, oh, this is pretty cool for the time, and even though it's a throwaway song, it's good. But this one, it's like there's like no excuses for this one. This one is just, eh, I don't like that. Uh, yeah, overall, yeah, that's my opinion on the matter. Yeah, that's a lot better with the camera. But yeah, that's my opinion. That's the only track that really that track and Carl's Big Chance really prevented it from becoming an S tier. Uh, okay. Uh, next track. Well, not next track. Next album, the Beach Boys Christmas album. By the way, even though I didn't get to advertise it yet, one second. Even though I was never able to advertise it yet, check out Garrett from SoundLab Studios video on us ranking all the Beach Boy albums. We never he never got to we never ranked the Christmas album. That's kind of what reminded me of it. But yeah, definitely check his channel out, SoundLab Studios. Um, definitely, and check out ranking video, which I'll be in it. Um, okay, continuing back to the video. Beach Boys Christmas album. Uh, yeah, that's an S tier for me. When I think Christmas music, I think just December and how they overplay the same songs over and over and how annoying it is, but it's definitely a track that really well, definitely an album that definitely doesn't deserve to be in that category of just obnoxious overplayed music. Yes, I do know the first and last track on side one are over like kind of played a lot, Frosty the Snowman and Little Saint Nick, but to me those are excused because of how great they are, how timely they are. They don't sound outdated to me on like a different Christmas song with a really repetitive thing with the "All I Want for Christmas Is You." But yeah, uh, like I said, opens up with Little Saint Nick, really great opener track. He's the man with all the toys. I love. I forgot the next track name. Be right there. Um, Santa's Beard, really great track. Basically about a young boy who basically says, "I want to meet Santa," and then he goes like, "I don't believe it's Santa," and then he basically revealed it wasn't Santa Claus, but you know, it all turned out right because he's helping Santa Claus. Yeah. Uh, Merry Christmas, Baby. I love Christmas Day. Easily the best song out of the first five tracks, which were all originals. I think they really did great job with the first five songs, and the fifth track sung by Al Jardine, really great. And yeah, just a really solid stuff. Um, Frosty Snowman's really good. We Three Kings of Orient are is my second favorite track off the album. Really great. Blue Christmas, really good with Brian Wilson on lead vocals. And I think he's the only one who sings on the track. I think he just sings it solo. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, really good. White Christmas, I love. I'll Be Home for Christmas, really good. And All Lang Sung. All Lang Sung. Uh, to me, this is their first, like, I'm going to put this over Shutdown Volume 2. This is like their first, like, really perfect album. They had really good albums before it. Shut Down 2 being the example, but they just didn't have like that perfect album like they did here. But yeah. Uh Next album that came after it was let me see where it is. Beach Boys Today, which no question about it, it's an S here. I like to call it the Beach Boys Rubber Soul, and for good reason. It's just really good. Do You Want to Dance is really good. Good to My Baby, I love. Don't Hurt My Little Sister, I like. When I Grow Up to Be a Man is really good. Help Me Rhonda, I love. I prefer the. I actually I prefer the single version of it better than the album version of it. Dance Dance Dance, I like. Uh, Please Let Me Wonder, I love. I'm So Young is great. Kiss Me Baby, I like. She Knows Me Well. In the Back of My Mind, I really enjoy. Like all the songs leading up to the Bull Session with Big Daddy are just amazing. The last track on the album is just okay. We get it. You couldn't think of 12 songs, so you just throw this in as like a extra. And like I said, the first one was funny and definitely different for the times because of how like different that was. Just put in a outtake, but second time it's pushing it, and the third time it's just okay, we're done. Like stop doing it. You're just being annoying at this point. Yeah. Next album is Summer Days and Summer Nights. I'm gonna have it go over. I'm actually gonna have it over today. Summer Days and Summer Nights is just a brilliant album. Uh, not as brilliant as the one before, but it's to me it's still a brilliant album. The Girl from New York City, I really enjoy. It's a really great opener. Amusement Park City, USA, I really enjoy. Then she kissed me. Then I kissed her is really good because it's basically them switching the roles from the one Spectre song with it was the Crystals. Really enjoy it. Salt Lake City. One thing I really got to say about Salt Lake City is it's advanced, it's different, and doesn't get talked about a lot because it's not doesn't have a catchy hook. It doesn't have none of that, but definitely a really underrated song. Definitely very advanced and very. It's just one of those songs you just gotta like when you're listening to it, you really start to appreciate the subtleties that Brian Wilson was going for, and yeah, you know, down in Utah, Salt Lake City. Uh, I was gonna say you're so good to me, but that's on side two. This next track is really good because it was sung by Carl Wilson, and that track I'm gonna be talking about. Girl, Don't Tell Me. Very Ticket to Ride esque, if you ask me. Really enjoy it. Brian Wilson actually wrote it for the Beatles, but forgot what happened. Either John Lennon rejected it or he just kind of changed his mind and just made it a Beach Boy track. Whatever it is, I really enjoy it. Girl Don't Tell is a great lead off to the single version of Help Me Rhonda. Really enjoy that track. Like I said, I much prefer the single version of it than the album version of it. Uh, Flip over to side two, you get 26 seconds of amazingness. I think it was 26 minutes. How whatever however much seconds it is for California Girls, it's just you definitely can't unhear it. Like once you hear the first like 26 seconds or so of California Girls, you can't unhear it. It's just so iconic. It gets stuck in your head, and the rest of the track was great too. But that those initial seconds of that awesomeness is just can't get better than that. Uh, hmm. Let Him Run Wild is a great track. Definitely, I think it's hitting off about his father, which he hated. You're So Good to Me, which that's the track I was talking about. Really great track about a guy who's really thankful for a girl who's loyal to him. Uh, Summer Means New Love is a great instrumental. I'm Bugged at My Old Man is really funny, even though it's about their abusive father. Uh, and Your Dream Comes True is really good, really great acapella, and yeah, Next album is gonna be the Beach Boys Party album, and I'm gonna put it at a B tier. A lot of people would probably put it as C tier or D tier, or heck, even a F tier. But this album is just really good. I have a lot of great memories from it. One of the first Beach Boy albums I ever listened to. Holly Gully is really fun. I should have known better. I love. Tell Me Why. I really enjoy. Great Beatle covers. Papa Uma Mau Mau. I love. Mountain of Love is easily one of the best tracks on the album. You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, really good Beatle cover. The last track on side one is really good, Devoted to You, I really enjoy. Alley Oop is fun. There's No Other Like My Baby, probably the best track on that album. I Get Around, Little Deuce Coupe is good. The Times They Are Changing is good, and Barbara Ann is a classic closing track on this great record. The only reason why I'm not putting it in A tier is because it's not an album that I really take seriously. It's an album I enjoy while listening to, but it's not an album that I really go back to a lot because it's basically just them goofing around in the studio, basically them making an album for the holiday season because Capitol wanted them to make another Christmas album, but they kind of didn't want to do that again, so they just made this album. And doesn't help that they were doing this while making Pet Sounds. So yeah. Pets. Speaking of pet sounds. Do we even have to say it? It's an easy F tier because of how awful it is. No, I'm just kidding. It's an S tier. I it's so iconic. I even I'm just gonna put it at S tier and just leave it at that. If you never listened to that album before and you plan on doing it, so just I don't want to say you to get off this video, but get off this video if you're viewing it. And just listen to Pet Sounds if you haven't listened to it before. Yeah. Uh, that I'm just gonna put it at that. Pet Sounds is a masterpiece, and that's the best way of putting it. Smiley Smile. I'm also gonna put it at S here because I really enjoy this album. Yes, I do agree. Smile should have been what could have came out of it, but we got Smiley Smile instead, and we just got to deal with it. I really enjoy it. Heroes and Villains and Good Vibrations ended up on there anyway, and you know it's really good. I kind of like the lo-fi feel that they make for it. Definitely different from what everyone else was doing. Everyone else was just going for like a, let's go crazy, let's do psychedelic stuff, let's up our production. And the Beach Boys were like, yeah, we're just gonna take it easy on this one, and I like it. Speaking of Smile, of course, the Smile Sessions is gonna be an S here. It's just amazing. What else is there to say? Um, yeah. It's just a really good album. Yes, I wish we did get um the Beach Boys masterpiece of Smile, but um we didn't, and yeah. Um there are really good tracks. Good villains and heroes is really good. Heroes and villains are really good. Rock roll Plymouth Rock is really good. Vegetables is I actually prefer the Smiley version, but this version is also really good. Yeah, just really good stuff. We could only hope what could have happened. What could have happened if they would have finished all these tracks. But yeah, um, next actual album would be Wild Honey. That's also gonna be an S tier. Yes, I'm putting a lot of albums on S tier, but they just made so many great albums, and trust me, we're gonna be getting to the bad stuff soon. But this is just a really good album. Darling, Title Track. Uh, I love Just Wants to See You is really good, really funny track. Here Comes the Night is really good. Mama Says is really good. This is them at their peak of albums. Yes, Pet Sounds musically and objectively is their best album, but they just made a great run of albums from 67 to 71 that just to me no other albums of theirs could compete with. Friends, I'm also gonna put it at an S tier. Like what else could I say? These albums I'm going over. I feel like if you haven't listened to any of these, you should listen to them. They're just really good. This one has Little Bird, uh, Busy Doing Nothing. The title track is really good. What else? Um, got a really good track called uh, a meditation song. I forgot the name of it. Transcendental meditation is really good. Very different. The whole kind of going against the whole meditation thing because it's supposed to be meditation and then they're going crazy. Uh, Diamond Head is really good. Uh, Annalie the Healer I like. Uh, Wake the World I love, and When a Man Needs a Woman is really good. But yeah, I really enjoy this album. If you're a Beach Boy fan and haven't heard Friends before, definitely check that out. Um, 2020, um, my favorite Beach Boy album of all time. So of course it's gonna be an S here. Um, really great. Do It Again. I Can Hear Music. Bluebirds Over the Mountain. I really like. Uh, Never Learn Not to Love is really good, even though it's written by Charles Manson. And then they have two smile tracks at the end. Our Prayer and Cabinetson's really different. And my favorite track off the album is actually going to be Cotton Fields. I much prefer the album version over the single version. To me, it's a lot better than the album version. I mean, than the single version. Vocally, of course, and musically to me as well. Uh, Next album is Flowers. I know I keep using the S here a lot, but this is a really good album. Cool Cool Water is really good. This whole album in general is just really good. Check it out. Um, Surfing, Surfs Up. It's also an S. I'm actually gonna put it at an A tier, a strong A tier. There is a song I'm not crazy about. It's called "Take a Load Off Your Feet," and it was actually recorded for the Sunflower album, but they ended up using it for this album, and I'm glad because that album's perfect, and it would have ruined it if they would have put it on that album. Better than that, "Don't Go Near the Water" is really unique and different from what, way different from what they were doing before. "Long Promise Road" is really good. "Take a Load Off Your Feet" is awful. Disney Girls is incredible. Student Demonstration Time is a really good side closer, even though a lot of people would disagree with me on that. Fuel Flows is really good. Looking at Tomorrow is really good. Day in the Life of a Tree is really good. Till I Die, I really enjoy, and Surfs Up. The soundtrack is really good. Okay. Next album is I I always forget the name of this album. Carl and the Passions, So Tough. It's actually gonna be a B tier. Yeah. Strong B tier, but definitely compared to the rest of the stuff that they were doing, definitely not as good. It's their first album with new members on it. Can't remember it, but it's definitely different, and I will admit I do enjoy quite a bit of it, but definitely not as good as the rest of their stuff. There are really good songs. Here She Comes is really good. All This Is That is really good. Cuddle Up I like. Marcella I like. I don't know if I just said that, but Marcella's really good. Hold On Dear Brother I like, and Make It Good. The first track I really don't like. The third track I'm not crazy about, but rather than that, I it's a good album. And musically, it's just like I said, just not up to par from what they were doing beforehand. Uh, their next album, Holland, I'm gonna put at S tier. Really, really great stuff. Really love it. Sail on Sailor is just amazing. Steamboat, really good. Um, California Saga, the whole California Saga is just amazing. If you haven't listened to that, just listen to it. It's just amazing. The Trader's really good. Leave the Sounds really good. Only with You's really good, and Funky Petty's really good. Yeah, it's just a great album to listen to. Yeah, definitely definitely their last perfect album, because this album's perfect, but they have another S tier album. You can probably guess what that one is, but none of them, the last one isn't as good as this one. But yeah, probably gonna put it like around here. Um their next album, 15 Big Ones, is an easy not F tier. That's mean, a little mean. D tier. Yes. After the uniqueness of the last albums, this album is just them going basically them becoming a nostalgic act at this point. And they were doing great beforehand, and yeah, I really wish they haven't hadn't did that. Rock and roll music is a horrible cover. It's okay is a not good. Had a phone use all right. Chapel Love is good. It's a decent cover. Everyone's in Love with You is eh. Talk to Me, Tallahassee Lassie is eh. That song is meh. TM song is also a meh track. Palisades Park is meh. Susie Cincinnati is really good. Easily the best track on the album. A Casual Look is eh. Blueberry Hill is actually a really good cover. Back Home is meh. The last two tracks are meh. Like this album is just like none of these songs are like besides rock and roll music. None of these albums are like like offensively bad. Like not like none of these are like songs that make me like lose hope in humanity. But it's not a album that I like. Their next album is Love You, which I'm gonna put at I was gonna put at an S here, but there is one song that I don't really like on this album, but besides that, it's a really good album. Let's Go On This Way is fantastic. I love that track. Roller Skating Child is really fun. Mona, like Johnny Carson, I like. Good Time is great. It was recorded around the Sunflower Sessions. Really good. Honking Down the Highway is good, and Ding Ding Dong, Dig Dang is good. Solar System's good. The Night Was So Young is great. I'll Bet He's Nice is good. Let's Put Our Hearts Together is good. I Want to Pick You Up is bad. Uh, don't really like that track. It's definitely well, he was in bed for a long, long time, so you kind of expect him to be a little like off after all that, but yeah, it's lyrically it's not good at all. Airplane is good, and Love Is a Woman is a great closing track. Um, Next album in their discography is the MIU album, and this album is gonna be a D tier. And reason why I say it's a D tier because there are good tracks on here. She's Got Rhythm is really good. Come Go With Me is really good. Uh, Musically, Hey Little Tomboy is good, and there are some good parts in that song. Kona Coast is all right. Peggy Sue is good. What What Should Come Out Tonight is all right. Sweet Sunday Kind of Love is good. Of Paris is all right. Pitter Patter is all right. By Diana is good. Match Point of Our Love is great. And Winds of Change is an amazing closing track. Now for the bad parts of it. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say this would be a C tier, but Hey Little Tomboy is so down it drops it down a tier. And yeah, sorry for you Hey Little Tomboy fans. Like I said, besides musically, and there's a part where Carl Wilson's like, they're doing it all over the world. Besides that, no. The next album that came out of it, the LA album or the Light album, this one's gonna be their second C tier album. Yeah, pretty unusual. But Good Timing's a great opener. Lady Linda's good. Full Sail is good. Angel Come Home's alright. Love Surrounds Me is good. Side two, so Hama is actually the closer to, I think it's the closer to side one. Here Comes the Night is the opener of side two, I believe. Uh, definitely a guilty trip, definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. I really enjoy that track. Don't know why. It's a disco version, suggested by their one of their band members. What's his name? Bruce Johnson. Oh yeah. Baby Blue is good. Going South is good, and Short and Bread is not the best closing track. Let's just say that. Next album, Keeping the Summer Alive. This is gonna be their first F tier album. This album, they're trying way too hard to become like a nostalgic act. Like the last albums were they were trying it, like 15 Big Ones, MIU album, the LA Light album, they were trying to do it, but this album, they were really pushing it, and yeah, it's not good. Uh, there are good tracks on here, um, but besides like one or two good tracks, this album is unlistenable. Keeping the Summer Alive is good. Old Darling's alright, and Some of Your Love. Like the first three tracks are good. Then it goes downhill from there. Okay, next album, the Beach Boys self-titled album. Yeah, they're yeah. I'm not even gonna put this on. I'm gonna put it as this as a low D tier because putting this amongst this album is an insult because this album is horrible. It has no good tracks on it. There is one track that says it has Stevie Wonder on it, but very little of him. And yeah, this album is just an insult to listen to. Next track on the album roster is Still Cruising. This one is a B tier actually. Still Cruising's good. Somewhere Near Japan I love. Island Girl I love. In My Car is really good. Then it has Kokomo. Yeah, really good. Wipeout I really like, even though a lot of people seem to hate on it. Make It Big, really like it. And it has three. It does reuse three out like tracks, but it's like this is supposed to be like from like songs from movies and all that. But I'm actually gonna put this as a low A tier. Actually, I actually really enjoy this album. It's just especially compared to all these albums. Yeah, I feel confident in all of that. Next album is Summer in Paradise. We all knew it was gonna be an F tier. We all knew that not as bad as this album, but it's still bad nonetheless. Hot Fun in the Summertime is really bad, really fucking mediocre. Surfing is really awful to listen to. Summer of Love is easily one of my guilty pleasures. I actually enjoy that song. Island Fever is just them trying to do Kokomo but worse. Still Surfing is basically this whole album is just them trying to do summer. It's basically them trying to do Kokomo again, but worse. Forever is an insult to people who love the original Sunflower track, which I didn't mention, but that track's amazing. But Forever on this album is just an insult to fans who really enjoy that track. Next album is yeah, I don't even have to explain it. This is just the Beach Boys doing backing vocals to country singers covering their songs. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's why God Made the Radio is gonna be a D tier. Uh, there are some good tracks. Think About the Days is good. That's why God Made the Radio is good. Isn't It Time is good. Summer's Gone is a really good closing track because it kind of reflects on them stop making albums and Yeah. So yeah, this is my ranking, and yeah, take a look at it for 1 second. Okay. Yes. Their best albums are great, but as for their lower albums, talking about C tier from F tier, just isn't there. Overall, we gotta close it off of screen. Close it off there, but we have 45 minutes. But yeah, overall, really enjoy doing this. If you guys like seeing me do it, comment down below. If you don't like seeing me do it, be like, stop doing this. I don't like you doing tier list. Stop doing it. I might take that advice. But rather than that, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully, well, this will be my last video for today. I'm gonna be doing a video with Garrett later, ranking all the Police albums, and yeah, see you next time.